The iPad is one of the most popular devices in the world, but what if you're new to this device and have a disability that makes it difficult to use? Or maybe you don't have a disability but would just like an easy way to get started. Does the iPad provide some simple way to do the main things you want to do when you pick it up? Well, if you visited this channel before, you know we provide easy to follow videos that provide the extra help some seniors and beginners need to use their iPhone and iPad. Today's video is all about accessibility. Apple has made great strides in helping people with visual and physical impairments get the most out of their iPhones and iPads, and there are literally dozens of features that accomplish that goal. Unlike all of my other videos where I have at least 5 or 6 tips on how to use the iPhone or iPad, today I'm going to cover only one feature, Assistive Touch. And we're only going to look at a couple of its many features. My goal with this video is to help you, not scare you off with a bunch of complicated stuff. However, you will learn how this one little feature can help you in so many ways. It's a shortcut of sorts, an easy way to do a number of things. If this sounds like it would help you or someone you know, then stick around. This video is for you. Hi, my name is Rich. Welcome to the channel and today's special video on the accessibility feature known as Assistive Touch. Today I'm going to show you only 2 things: how to turn on Assistive Touch and how to customize it to your liking. Alright, let's get started. Alright, the first thing I want to show you is simply how to turn on Assistive Touch. So here's what you do. You go to Settings, you scroll until you get to Accessibility and you tap on that, and then you go over till you see Touch and you tap on that, and then you'll see Assistive Touch at the top, and if you look over here it says off, and if you tap on it you can turn it on by tapping the little white button. And if you'll notice, a little icon appeared right here when I did that. So when you turn it off, the icon goes away. You turn it back on and the icon is on. And now you can just tap your home button and you'll see that you have this little square with a white dot in the center of it. That's the Assistive Touch icon. And you can move this around your screen anywhere you want it to be. I typically put it down here in the right hand corner. It doesn't go in your dock like apps, it just floats above everything else. Now here's the cool thing. If you tap on this, you get some choices. You get Notification Center. So if you have any notifications, it pops up. If you just want to get back home and you don't have the strength to push the home button, or swiping back home is hard, you can just tap on it and touch home, and now you're back to the home screen. If you tap on it again, you can bring up Siri if you want. Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 9:13 a.m.
And you can tap away from Siri, and if you tap on it again, you can get to Control Center. And here you can raise and lower your brightness, raise and lower the volume, and a number of other things in Control Center. And I've got a really good video on Control Center. If you're interested in learning about that, check that video out. And if you tap on it, you've got these different choices. You can tap on Device, and you can turn your volume up like this, or you can turn your volume down. And you never had to mess with the physical buttons on the side that can be kind of hard to press, especially if you've got a case on your iPad. So that is simply how you turn on Assistive Touch and place the Assistive Touch icon on the home screen wherever you want it to go. Now you can also customize that. So when I tap on this, you get these choices here, but you can change those choices. So let me show you how to do that. So we'll tap away and we go back into Settings, back into Accessibility, back into Touch, Assistive Touch, and now you'll see Customize Top Level Menu. If you tap on that, here you see, you've got the same thing here that you have right here. So let's say you want to change that. Maybe you don't want Siri. So if you tap on that, you can scroll through and see all the different things you can turn that button into. I think I'll turn it into the camera. So now If I'm back here and I tap on it, I've got access to my camera, and I can just simply tap on the camera. If I want to go back home, I just tap on it and I go home. I don't have to worry about turning the camera off or swiping away to get back to the home screen. And there's other things you can do too. You can customize any one of these buttons to be whatever the choices are that Apple has in here. Maybe you have an app switcher, and that's a very fun thing to do. So maybe you have a whole bunch of apps open in the background and you don't really know what you have. If you tap on that and go to App Switcher, now you can see all the things that I have open here, like YouTube videos. And you can also customize other things. You can add an icon. So we'll add one here. And now we've got something up here, and you want to add a function to that. You simply tap on the plus, and you find something in here you like. I have some shortcuts, and this video is not about shortcuts, but I'll just show you a shortcut I use. It's called Browse Top News, and I'll tap on that and go back to my home screen like that. And now if I want to read the top news, I click Browse Top News. I'll choose, let's say, CNN. And then here are the top stories. We'll say, type on Elon Musk and click Done. And now it automatically opens up Safari to the story that I just tapped on. And so that's an easy way to get to news using a shortcut through Assistive Touch. So I think you can see the power in this little feature right here. It's a good way to get started with the iPad if you have a hard time navigating around. You can customize these little buttons to be what you want them to be within limits. You can't do anything with them, but you can do a lot of stuff with them. And it's just an incredibly powerful tool to get started. I really hope you found this short little video helpful. I know there are many people with physical impairments who would enjoy using the iPad if there was an easy way to do it. In this video, I've just scratched the surface on the iPad's accessibility features, but I do think I've hit on one super useful feature, Assistive Touch. Well, that's it for this video. Please share this with someone you think it might help. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.